far can art take you?
Trying to get a lift east.
Are you headed west by any chance, dude? No.
Two artists have 40 days to cross the United States. They start with just $1.
$1.
And right across America, they must rely on their artwork to pay for every meal, every ride, every bed for the night.
Yeah, I wonder why I did this whole project.
They may not cross more than 3 state lines in a week.
Come on, buddy.
And when their journey ends, they must fill a gallery with their work.
It's a lot of white space.
The winner is the artist with the greatest takings. The loser hands over every last cent from the trip.
This is a great and horrendous and beautiful and horrible trip.
Their journey is the art of survival. Their journey is Artrace. Previously on Artrace,
Howdy.
Kenny has been battling in the East.
I got an idea. Wondering if you're...
Turn the cameras off, please.
But it's Ben who's winning the West. Flying high, Ben now leads Kenny by over $500. Day 15 of Artrace, and Kenny has traded his way 1,200 miles to Herman, Missouri.
I have no idea where I'm staying tonight. None. I don't think I have the money really to keep doing hotels. Maybe I can find a person that wants to put me up or bed and breakfast. In the end, I have to keep the competition in mind and see if I can sell a painting. We have to come up with some real art and in the midst of the hustle. So that's what's on my mind.
1,000 miles southwest of Kenny, Ben has reached Marfa, Texas, and is looking for a way out of town.
That's what I plan to do here at the public radio station.
Well, we've had our share of cross-country travelers come through the door, many times in cars, a few on bicycles, and that pair earlier in the month in a go-kart. Travel costs are high, but no one can make it across the country, let alone down the road, on a single dollar. But the man seated here at our KRTS studios is defying that logic. Artist Ben Sargent, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Great, good to have you here. So, what is going on? Is this some sort of Ponzi scheme?
Well, it is actually a competition. It's me versus another artist who started in New York. I started in LA. They took our wallets from us, and we are making our way across the United States on literally $1 and a backpack full of art supplies.
But you're just trying to get to Alpine, to Marathon, and beyond, and Sanderson and beyond.
Yeah.
How can people help you?
At this point, a lift on anything, train, plane, automobile, would be the best thing ever.
So they come to the radio station here, which everyone knows is at 111 South Highland in the center of Marfa. Well, we'll close on that note. Thank you, Ben Sargent, for joining us today on the program.
Thank you. I wish I was a lot further along in the journey at this point. I'm kind of feeling like Kenny's either caught up to me or he's passed me, and I'm getting worried. Luckily, there's a great response from the listeners to Marfa Public Radio, and people actually began calling in.
He was looking to go that way down 90. I think that was part of the plan. So I do appreciate you calling and offering a trip to Midland.
The broadcast. I'm going to Alpine if you're interested, guys.
Oh, yeah?
It's not far, but I'm going that way, mate.
Well, to Alpine, that's the general direction
Yeah,
where we want to
Would that
go.
help?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool, man. I mean, if
That'd
you
be
need to
great.
finish up doing whatever you're doing.
I think Alpine is... where are you from?
England.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know, mate. Could be a lot worse.
There's 3 of them right here.
Oh, you see?
It's just one more. Oh,
That's
man,
nice.
it's fine. Just join the crew. Mark gets me on the road to Alpine. It's not the longest trip, 30 or so miles, but in rural Texas, I'm beginning to count every single mile.
2 hours north.
This is a real challenge. I mean, the only money I have right now is the money in my pocket. Right now, that's about 65 bucks. I don't think that's enough for a hotel room here. My plan now is to just do a painting, do an oil. Maybe something that a local might want to buy. The building that interests me the most is the local courthouse, so I think I'm going to paint that. can't even wrap my head around trying to hawk this painting later on the streets.
Mark and I arrive in yet another tiny Texan town,
Oh, that's cool.
Alpine.
Well, we got you a little bit down the road, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
And this is for you, my friend. Just some watercolors. Like I said, you know, it's nothing special. If you can use them, use them. You'll probably do a lot better than I can do, so put them to good use.
I just have to do better than my competitor, Kenny. In return for the paints in the ride, I do another one of my special little sketches. I'm just making a little artwork for Mark. This is an elephant. Does anyone know how to spell elephant?
That's badass.
Came out
Excuse
as
my
an
French.
elephant.
That's fantastic.
Thanks, there he is. So he's gonna take a little while to dry.
Well, listen, mate, I hope this helps. I hope that's enough.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Are you sure?
Well, positive.
You positive?
Mate, I've really enjoyed meeting you.
Okay, I feel a
wish you
little
all
guilty
success.
about that, but I
That'd
mean,
be
thank you
ridiculous.
so much. 1, 2, 3. There you go. My hand always shakes a little.
You know, it's actually been worked out, mate. Flicking it and shaking it around doesn't actually help the process.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure in the beginning. It's often like this. As you go into the painting, you're not sure if it will turn out, but I got pretty lucky. It turned out pretty nice. I still got to do a few things before it's done, but it's almost there. But I think I'm gonna venture into town soon, well, at least with a done painting, which is kind of exciting. See where I'm gonna stay tonight. See if I can make some money and find a place to stay. I think my best chance for a sale, short of walking up to people on the street, is Herman's Art Collective. I feel like a two-bit salesman just walking into this gallery and seeing if I can finagle a sale, but I have no alternative. I need a bed for the night.
Nice to meet you. I'm Joey.
Hi, Joey.
My partner's kind of shy.
Oh, no worries. I just rolled into town, and I'm an artist from LA that's on a journey across country from New York to Los Angeles, and going through a lot of smaller towns, and I'm trying to get across the country. Just selling paintings, trading for this and that.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, and came in here to kind of test the art market of Herman. Yeah.
Well, we think it goes pretty good. Not so much for the painters, especially. I do welded steel sculptures, and those are doing really well here. And this gallery does sell only the work of Herman area artists.
I don't think my spiel's gonna work here. It's obviously a local gallery selling local art, but I keep pushing. Part of it is I'm looking for help getting across the country, you know, as in whatever form that takes, in the sense of some people have bought paintings from me, some people I've traded for like housing, but I guess I'll show you paintings just so you can see what it is I do.
That's nice. That's a great idea. So you need some place to stay tonight?
I do, actually.
You'd be welcome to stay at our house, but you'd have to sleep on the couch. Or
That's-
in my son's room.
That's fine. That'd be fantastic, actually.
What's your name again?
Kenny.
Nice to meet you.
I'm relieved, unbelievably relieved. I have a couch for the night. It's amazing of Joey to let me, a complete stranger, crash at her house. In many ways, it's really odd for me too. It's not easy, this, selling yourself every day, trying to figure out a bed for the night. It's exhausting. And then suddenly, it happens so fast, you're in someone else's world.
Pablo, I have some company with me. And there's another artist who's traveling from New York to Los Angeles.
Pablo. Nice to meet you, Pablo.
Okay, nice to meet you.
What is it?
My son Pablo.
Kenny. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, man.
Thank you.
You be good. Be safe.
You be good. You be safe.
I will.
Mark arranges a lift for me with his friend Hugh. Thanks for everything, Mark. It's a quick trip down the road. It's about 30 miles. He drops me outside this really fancy place, the Gage Hotel. I like the look of this place, and I'm thinking, it's time to go for the big one. I'd like to speak to the management.
How you doing today, sir?
It's the executive chef.
Paul Peterson. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
You know, just doing what we do out here.
Cool. I like
So what are
your
you
spot.
doing?
I am traveling the United States, surviving on artwork.
Really?
Yeah.
And how's that treating you?
It's good. It's been rough at times. Other times it's been surprisingly successful.
You want to do a trade?
I'm always up for a trade.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
All right.
This is a prosciutto wrapped Morbier cheese. There's some balsamic reduction, and that's red wine stewed figs. So I hope you enjoy it.
Those are 3 of my favorite ingredients right there.
Really?
Yeah. This meal is incredible. It's insane. Unbelievable.
And what I'm doing for you today is pretty much all signature dishes. You got a honeyed peach salad, smoked onion vinaigrette, and a fried quail egg on top.
That's great.
All right.
So far, it's been amazing. Needs a little ketchup. Excuse me. Oh my God. It's the best meal of the trip. One of those times when I just can't believe the luck I'm having. $266 made in a very nice day. This one was, says trade for art. And then the chef has signed it at the bottom there. So that's pretty cool. Good scrapbook piece.
Buenos dias. I smell pancakes, which is awesome. Obviously, it's not an ideal day, and I've got no money. But I think now's the time to go out to rural Missouri and see how people respond to my art. Joey's son Pablo and his friend Justin agree to help me get back on the road. We're about to get a ride inside of Justin's VW Bug, 1969 VW Bug. It is raining very hard. It's quite risky, and I probably won't make a lot of money, but part of the reason I'm doing this trip is to see what my art is worth outside of the art markets in LA and New York.
I stayed with Paul late into the night. I probably drank a little too much, and I know I ate too much. The Gage did find me a great place to stay, but it wasn't in their incredibly fancy hotel.
Betty's a woman who owns this little cowboy bungalow here that I'm staying in, and she volunteered to make breakfast for me this morning.
We're heading west, trying to find a small town a little bit further down the line called Mocaine. My hope is the smaller the community, the more open they'll be to art and art trades. We travel about 50 miles. Your car okay, man? All right, everyone's all right though, yeah? This could have been the end of the art race. We plunged down about a 10-foot berm, barely missed a wooden pole. I mean, I was scared. We were all scared. Let's see, let's see. Don't spin it too much. But no dramas in the end. Justin's Bug starts the first time, and he drives it right out of the ditch. People are gonna think we made this up. People are gonna think this is all set up. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no. People are gonna be like, oh, that ditch looked too easy, or what? But that was legit. That was legit.
Corner like that.
Where would they have a corner like this?
A great night at Betty's. I'm rejuvenated, and I'm ready to hit the open road. So I came around the corner and I got a little sidetracked because Betty has a Baja vehicle that hasn't run in quite a few months, and it happens to be the same vehicle that I had once upon a time that was stolen from Brooklyn. I think Betty would be really excited if I got this going. I wouldn't consider it necessarily a fair trade because I'm probably more excited about it than she is. It's not exactly in keeping with art race rules. I'm not gonna be able to drive it back to New York, and it's not gonna help me with my total, but I'm determined to get this thing running. maybe the battery's charged or charging.
We make it to the smallest town of the trip. This little tiny town called Mocaine, population 186. There's barely anyone around, and I start wondering whether stopping here was the right idea. I'm gonna load my stuff and let you guys get on your way. All right. But dude, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm glad your car didn't
break
in
any way.
Yeah, just get the grass off of it. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. I really appreciate that. Stuck in Mocaine. I don't know. Walk up the street, see who I find.
My thinking is that after it's been on the charger for as long as it has, which is a few hours at this point, that should be just enough juice to at least get it to turn over once, I would think. It would be a great way to get out of town, to get all the way to Austin. And I mean, this would do the job, that is for sure.
It's incredibly intimidating walking into the hub of a small community where everyone knows everyone. The difficulty is I'm coming into their space, and it's not like I'm here to say hi. I've come here to get something. Howdy. How you doing? I'm Kenny. Sorry, my name's Kenny.
Hi, I'm Deidre.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm from LA, and I'm on a project right now going cross country from New York to Los Angeles. And I'm an artist, I'm a painter. And it's been pretty exciting. And I've been trying to trade and barter my way through across the country with drawings and paintings. I mean, I'm in town, and if I'm in need of a place to stay, if you know of any place that or anybody that might be up for that.
You're walking?
No, not walking. I mean, I'm getting rides from people, or taking a bus, or however I can get.
In a rural like this, I can see that being a problem. Yeah, maybe not with just catching a ride, but finding a place to stay.
I need a place for the night. Well, good luck with that. That's a rejection. I didn't ask her straight up. Will you put me up? I didn't ask her that, but when you say I have no place to stay for the night, if someone's open for it, they offer. I wish I could get myself in a better mindset and be able to ask easier, but not easy. Not easy at all. This is the difficulty of selling art. This is the difficulty of selling art, because you're selling yourself. It's not a thing. I got this jacket here you need. I got this something you need. It's not that. You're selling yourself. So that's why art is hard. That's why art is hard to sell. And that's why so many people have such a hard time with it.
You have a lasso there, don't you?
Yeah.
Wow. We're pulling a bug with a lasso in Texas. Woo! All right, let's see.
One last question, Ben.
Yep.
Have you put this much effort into any of your art projects today?
Of course I have. Today, I maybe am a little guilty for having not put the amount of effort into my art as I put into this here bug, but I don't know. Something about cars and stubbornness that seem to go hand in hand. I put in so much time and love to this bug, I'm desperate to get it running, especially now that we've roped in Betty's neighbors. And then all of a sudden, it starts. It's the most incredible thing. That was fun. That was great. It's like butter. I realize it's a little selfish here, but I really need Betty or somebody to give me a ride.
I spend about 5 hours in the store, but nothing's happening. Nobody's helping. Nobody looks interested in trading artwork for anything. I decide to break out my watercolors anyway, and Rick and Desra allow me to sketch their grandchildren. Bringing out the big guns.
Be sure and accent that code.
There's actually a little loop that you would hang this. This brush is meant to be hung. It's usually loaded with a lot of paint. It's a Chinese brush, it's a sumi brush. Sometimes art can break down barriers that conversation can't. The transformation is remarkable. We all start relaxing and chatting.
Or you can stay in the house. I mean, it's...
Or a basement.
Or a basement. Well, I got a bed for the night. Or at least I got a couch or something. I'm not sure what exactly I have. What I'm learning about this is you can't assume anything about anybody. People are going to react totally differently. It's hard. It is not an easy feat. And maybe around here, people are a little more cautious at first, and then they're bulldogs, and they're real. They got your back, and they really support you. A lot of people are like that. They're very cautious at first, and then they're really your friends. And they trust you. So that's okay too.
Oh, I called the house. He's like, nope. I drive around all afternoon with Betty and charge up the battery. She's nice enough to give me another night in the cowboy shack. That was the best art project yet. And her friend Linda offers to help me out just a little bit further. I just feel like it's for me. It's better to kind of like I did my job. Okay. That's my job.
Okay.
And all I need out of it is 100 miles or give or take, and that's perfect.
I'll take you to Del Rio.
Wherever you feel.
That's a 3-hour drive.
That's
You can
great.
catch a bus there
That's perfect.
if things don't work out.
That's great. That's great.
And yeah.
I think that's better. And then Betty's got a car that runs, and hopefully she'll maybe she'll put some work into it. You know?
She won't.
I hope she does.
She's got a truck.
Well, whatever. It was a good.
So time for you guys to show them.
Well, I just. Hey, Betty, you're not gonna get your painting, but you're gonna get your hood ornament.
We're gonna have a hood ornament. Instead of cow horns, we got the cow.
That's where. Now you probably can't open the hood, but so be it. There you go. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetie.
I'm not saying I won't be back. You never know.
That's
you
right.
never know.
Never know. Bye!
There it is. Look at that. It purrs. Well, let's not jinx ourselves, but. After all the work I've put into this bug, it is so awesome to have some miles under me. We head east, but not for long.
We have came like 80, 90 miles, and we've got probably 4.5, 5 more hours yet to go.
It's a little embarrassing after all the work. The car's not exactly running as according to plan.
He thinks he's gonna flag someone down, and they're gonna have 6 quarts of oil. Oh yeah. See, I should have checked that out. I thought he had like 6 of them with him, and he had 1.
Rick and Desra transformed my impression of rural Missouri. Incredibly generous. They gave me a bed, they fed me, they showed me around, and today they're going to drive me 40 miles down the road. Time and time again, I am amazed by the kindness of strangers on this trip. Rick and Desra decided to drop me at a strip mall in California. That's the tough thing about this trip. You make friends, and suddenly you're on your own again. I'm in California. California, Missouri. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm outside of Jeff City. I just got dropped off, and I'm in a strip mall. So I don't know how I'm getting out of here. I don't know where I'm gonna stay. This is about the most desolate I've been, actually, in the sense of A strip mall's pretty desolate. Where do I begin?
Critical decision. We've got no oil in the engine, but I feel like we have to push on to the next gas station. Thank God it's only a few miles away. I used the rest of my money to buy oil to get us to Austin.
She goes, what are you all doing out there?
Yeah, right. Did you tell her we're so happy to see her?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Secretly, I like this, but I don't like the dangerous situations. I really hate them.
Next time on Art Race, Ben leaps from the frying pan into the
We
fire.
and I are gonna get wet and take our shirts off together and wear paint.
And Kenny breaks out of the strip mall, but soon finds himself stranded.
This doesn't bode well for me getting out of town if there's no one on the street.